You will need to drain the old fluid from two locations on the transmission. In this view, you can see the main drain plug, yellow arrow, near the rear of the transmission pan on the left side, and the drain plug located in the torque converter, red arrow. The plug is not visible in this picture. There has been a lot of discussion on whether or not to drain the torque converter on a well-working transmission. Some people claim that this can upset sediment that can work its way into the valves. Therefore, they recommend only draining the pan fluid, and after replacing the filter and fluid, run the transmission and then drain and refill the pan again a few times to get most of the old fluid out. It's up to you which method you use, but we will show you both. In order to access the drain plug in the torque converter, you will need to rotate the engine until the plug is accessible through the window in the bell housing. The easiest way is to place a 27mm socket on the front crankshaft pulley, red arrow, and turn the motor over until the plug is visible in the window. With the engine rotated so that the drain plug is accessible through the window, use a 5mm Allen and remove the plug, red arrow. Have a container ready to catch the fluid and so you can measure the amount that drains out. Also, always dispose of old fluids according to the regulations where you live. Never pour it in the street. Fluid will run and drip down the converter and the bell housing and out of the drain hole in the bottom of the bell housing. So be prepared for it, red arrow. Remove the 5mm Allen plug on the pan, red arrow. Again, have a container ready to catch the fluid so you can measure the amount that drains. The transmission has a very narrow tolerance for the level of fluid in it, and it is a good idea to add as much clean new fluid when you begin refilling as old fluid you drained out. Replace the crush washer on the bolt and reinsert them. There is going to be fluid left in the pan when you remove it, and you do not want it spilling out of an open drain plug. Use a 13mm socket and remove the 6 bolts holding the pan to the transmission. It is a good idea to leave 2 bolts, one on each corner, until you are ready to remove the pan. Even with draining, there will be a surprising amount of fluid still in the pan. Place a hand on the pan and remove the final 2 bolts, then lower the pan carefully. Measure the amount of fluid in the pan. Depending on whether your transmission has been serviced before, there may be zip ties attaching cables to the transmission. Remove them if they are present. Carefully pour the fluid into your catch container and inspect the pan for any metal shavings or pieces. A small amount of micro shavings can be normal. You should not find any pieces of metal buildup in the pan, red arrow. Carefully clean the pan with a lint-free cloth. A thick rubber gasket hooks onto the pan on both sides. Carefully lift up the hooks and remove the old gasket and clip the new one in place when installing the new gasket, red arrow. Remove the 3 Phillip head screws that hold the filter in place, red arrows. The filter will be full of fluid, so use care when removing it. Remove the old filter from the transmission and inspect it for any metal. The new filter will have 2 gaskets where it meets the transmission. Make sure to remove the old gaskets from their ports, red arrows, before installing the new filter. Locate the automatic transmission filler hole near the firewall on the passenger side of the engine. Flip up the black locking clip, red arrow, under the cap, and then pull the cap and dipstick straight up. Now refill the transmission with Mercedes-Benz branded transmission fluid. It is critical that you use the original Mercedes fluid in this application. The amount of fluid that you refill will be determined by whether you drain the torque converter or not, and should be saving and measuring how much fluid you drained. Begin by putting that much back into the transmission. Automatic transmissions are very sensitive to fluid levels. Safely run the car through all the gears to circulate the fluid through the transmission. Check the dipstick for the transmission. You want to measure the transmission level with the fluid hot and the vehicle running. Do not fill the transmission to the full marks, red arrow, with the transmission cold and the vehicle off. You will need to monitor the temperature of the fluid as the car warms up. For this task, an infrared pyrometer is an invaluable tool. This tool allows you to point a laser beam at any given object and see the temperature. In this case, you want to set the tool to Celsius and point it at the transmission pan until it reads roughly 80 degrees Celsius. This will take a while. At this point, pull the dipstick out and read the level. If the level is correct, it will read between the lines for the 80-degree gradient on the dipstick. If it does not register, add more fluid until it does. You will need to have the engine running and the transmission in park as you do this. Keep in mind that you will need to circulate the fluid between each time you fill by running the transmission through the gears. Once done, put the car back in park and recheck the level. It's a time-consuming process, and you want to make sure that you get it just right. The fluid level must be correct, or you could cause damage to the transmission. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article, along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.